If you're from the Treasure Valley and someone tells you to check out a restaurant in Caldwell, Idaho, you might have varying expectations. But at Horsewoods Kitchen, Aaron and his high school sweetheart moved back home from cooking all over the country under some of the world's best chefs to come to Caldwell and open a restaurant that's all about local resources and private, secret, amazing family recipes.
We're in farmland. We're in a rural community where there is wine vineyards, there is cattle, there is local vegetables. You name it, we've got it. It's here. And you use it in your food. And we use it in our food.
It's an interesting part of what I call the rebirth of downtown Caldwell. There is a reinvestment in local sourcing. Horsewoods is one of the leaders in this. And it's a really cool thing. I mean, if you think about it, Caldwell and areas like this all over Idaho are ag towns, agricultural towns. It only makes sense to get your produce and your food and your meats from local vendors. And that's what Horsewoods is all about.
There is a woman who is very prominent in this restaurant. If you come to visit, you cannot miss the lovely lady that's on the wall in the bar area. There's also a picture of her as you get ready to exit the restaurant. I understand she has some significance to you guys.
This is my grandmother. Her dream was to build a restaurant in the States. And she was unfortunate she was not able to live long enough to see that come to true. But I told her, I said, Grandmother, someday we will give you this restaurant. Someday your name will be on there. And someday we will cook on your behalf. And that is what we've done.
You know, this brings a smile to my face because I think about the influence my own grandma had on me. I didn't get to be around her very long. Before she passed away, I was a little boy, like 6 or 7. But my warmest memories of my grandmother in the kitchen, cooking up some of my favorites.
And so she's essential as far as the spirit, and then her presence is felt here constantly.
She's the inspiration.
She's the inspiration.
She's the one that showed you here's how to put your heart into it. And that's interesting because you mentioned you weren't classically trained per se as a chef. In other words, instead of going to a school per se, you've done training under other chefs, including your grandmother.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
And how has that impacted how you cook?
It's been amazing because you get the soul of the chef. See, the soul of the chef's different than the chef. When you have the soul present, the soul is where the love's at. The soul is where all that energy gets forced into food. See, if you don't love food and you don't tell it you love it, then it won't be loved when it hits the table.
I mean, I'm really excited too because he's agreed to take me back in the kitchen and show me how to make one of your signature appetizers. It's a chicken taco. Seared chicken Thai taco. I'm so excited to do that. So we're going to do that coming up next on Love Where You Live. Welcome back to Love Where You Live. I'm Travis Culver, and we are here in Caldwell at Horsewoods. Now, you may not know that name. That is this gentleman's last name. You might know his food, though, because this guy has catered all over the Treasure Valley. Aaron, thank you for having us today, man. Your Thai chicken tacos are the best tacos I've ever had anywhere. And I don't know if I've been around the world as much as you, but I have been all over this country, and I've never had tacos better than yours. So I am so excited to see how you make these.
Well, great. Awesome. So the tortillas we use are a gluten-free tortilla.
Okay.
My grandma was a true believer in tradition. The tradition is, this is a little bacon fat.
Okay, okay.
A lot of people use lard. I like the bacon fat, gives a little smoky flavor to the tortilla.
And that's how you get the tortilla to get that
coloring. Get that coloring.
I wonder, that's a trick you're pulling.
Good authentic regional food. We try to stay as honest as we can.
Yeah.
One of the things about Horsewoods I think you'll appreciate the most if you check it out is this very thing right here. They nail it every time. And they have quite a bit of variety in their food, from their tacos to their tater tot casserole that comes out in a bowl the size of a 3-year-old. I mean, it's amazing. But everything, it's like they inject the soul food of the history of that dish into everything they do.
I start by grilling those guys off.
Okay.
We'll get a hot pan. So I'm going to pull this guy off, get it off, because she's ready to go. We're going to set it over here.
And this is how you sear it, huh?
That's how you sear it. We're going to give it a good splash of a good old Jose Cuervo.
Woo! Yeah, buddy.
The Cuervo does one or two things. A, it does add flavor. B, it also as well deglazes the pan, takes all the seasonings from it, brings it all back up.
Really?
So then how we build them, and what you guys get to see on the back end, we'll take our tortilla shell, take our chicken, all of our goodness.
Oh, so good.
So then the final applications. On top of the onions feature, I'm going to put a little bit more on fresh. We do that first. because I want that crisp. I'm gonna put a bit of this sriracha.
The other magic
Yeah,
sauce.
this is the spicy, because all these elements are really sweet, right? And then we add that spicy to it.
Cuts it.
Cuts it.
I'm not sure about you, but spicy food and I do not get along really well. But that's what's kind of amazing about these tacos, is that there's just like the right balance of sweet and spicy, and it all blends together really nicely. And it doesn't taste hot, it tastes just right.
And then we'll take a pinch of the kimchi. There. And of course, you got to make them pretty.
Oh yeah.
This is a chive.
A chive.
This comes out of a local farm called Vanessa's Farms, and she does all of our little fine little flowers and little herbs and things like that.
There you go. That's the finished product.
And this finished product, that gal's hard
gotta
work.
have the flour on there. Gotta have the flour in there.
She did the final touch for us by her hard work.
Even look at the sauce, just kind of settling in down there. That sauce. That sauce
this is
what
a
makes
4-napkin taco.
It sure is.
Which is okay.
It sure is.
If you don't get it on your face, then you're in the wrong place.
Now this is one. That's the thing. This is one, dude.
That's one.
This is one taco.
Yeah. And how can you eat one?
I can't. I can't. This is one of several. I'm telling you right now. Oh my goodness. Just as good as every other time. You got to come here, get like 2 or 3 of these as an appetizer, and then dive into one of his burgers. You will not regret it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us here. Thank you for having us in your kitchen.
Absolutely.
I know you are mixing up a whole lot of other stuff. He's about ready to get lunch started, so we're going to let him work his magic. If you want to know any more about Aaron and Jesse and their family-run restaurant, I mean, literally, their kids are running around helping right now, or their catering, just go to lovewhereyoulivetv.com.